Hello, hello, it's Marty Braden coming to you from Bountiful, Utah. It's day 33, the 2nd of February, and it was a great day. Let's begin this video entry by showing you my to-do list. Let me get it right here. See, it is Sunday with some yellow highlighted ones. And I also had a couple that the Amigos gave me I wrote down to get done on that day as well today. So that's pretty exciting. I actually didn't have that many carryover tasks coming over from Saturday to get done today. In fact, I try to keep my Sundays usually relaxed and a day of rest before I begin another rigorous week. And so as I run through today's list here, however, I did want to mention that for my Sundays, I try focusing on rejuvenating myself through rest and service, and that's why Kathy and I spend a couple hours or so at Avalon Care Center each Sunday, meeting those lovely people, pouring into their dry sponges, as it were, and they give back so much to us. Sundays are my day to read and watch a video here or two from Jody Moore, sitting with Kathleen, listening, talking about that, or another audio from Croy Sathers. And so I wanted to cover a couple of tasks I had on my to-do list today, which got through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. And in particular, I wanted to mention that I reduced my TV watching. I've got to take this and done, bam, done. I reduced my TV watching by more than 4 hours today. I only watched, if you can believe it, I only watched about 15 minutes of the Super Bowl. Yeah, I know. 10 minutes of the first half and about the last 5.5 minutes of the game, or the Kansas City kind of took it over. So it's crazy, isn't it? I didn't get in that much into the Super Bowl. Let me mention a couple other items I got done as well. First, I almost had 20. I'm going to show this to you. There's the domain names. I had all of them here. The yellow ones are ones that I went online and did my search to see if they were available with networksolutions.com or whatever. You type it in and it's not taken, it's taken. And so I went through that, though. I had quiet time to think and start thinking, and I decided, as you can see right here on the blue one right here, I decided to call it Braden Coaching. Now, I know martybraden.com is pretty straightforward. It doesn't really have in the coaching word that is good for keywords and key phrases, and I know I can do all that, but even in the name, I think it would call me up on a higher listing that way. And so, but Braden Coaching is kind of what it's about. So that's the name of my website. That's what I'm going to be calling it. And I'm looking forward to getting that done. I also listed 12 books on my reading list, as I mentioned to you right here. I shared those with you. And in looking those over and getting the last month's book done, I thought, I think I need to pick one here. So I did. I picked this one right here. PO, Power of the Plus Factor. It's a great little book. It's not that long. It's about 8 pages a day, and I'll have it read. So I've already got, I started a little late, 2-3 days into the month, but it's about 8 pages a day. I'll be able to read that book. It's very, very exciting. Vincent Peale is an author of more than 20 books dealing with personal improvement, that kind of thing. So it's one of those great books. He begins this particular book by saying this: what if I were to tell you that there is a power within you that can revolutionize your life? A power that is invisible, intangible, but completely real. A power that can transform you so dramatically that under its influence and guidance you can become an entirely new person, stronger, more confident, better balanced, more energetic, more resilient, more capable of coping with ever-increasing complexity of modern living. He goes on to say, suppose I added that this remarkable force could lift you from failure to success, from illness to health, and from self-doubt to self-reliance. That sounds a lot like what I have called the incomprehensible it. In other words, the vibrational mind that fills the universe. It's this force he's calling the plus factor. It works closely with us and with the particular laws that I've been talking about, the law of attraction and the law of manifestation. That second amigo I call the prosecutor, our subconscious mind, I'm calling the gatekeeper. And so the gatekeeper and the prosecutor go out there in that world of the universe and attracts the things that you need, gives ideas, gives so much power to lift you, and it manifests right there in your mind and on paper and thoughts. So anyway, I'm really going to enjoy feasting on this particular book this month. I hope you select a book from your mental consumption, something that excites you to spend that 10-15 minutes a day getting that stuff put in your mind so it starts to come out of your mouth and gets your actions going, and it improves your life for the better. The third thing is I spent some time focusing in on what I was going to call my series of podcasts. You know, I had the opportunity with a quiet time. Saturday I was busy, but today on Sunday was quite unique that I was able to do my why movie in my mind and my in my mind seeing the storyboard of my website coming and actually people coming to it, and that kind of movie that I had. Well, in particular, in going through that, my creative mind came coming up with the idea of what's the introductory podcast going to be, where I explain, you know, I do a Facebook ad, for example, and I send it out there, and it has some taglines and some important that draws people in to read this or watch this introductory podcast, and they click on it. What's that going to say? What's the title going to be? Well, here, let me show you a video that came to me. I know you know about this. Get it where you can see that. It says mindset is everything. So it's episode 1. Mindset is everything. You know, that's what's behind here. And that's the whole thing about starting and growing and launching a business is your mindset. Are you a business owner mindset? Do you have the right thinking? Do you think like a millionaire thinks? Not that you have to become a millionaire, but that way of thinking, that plus factor will help you establish that and draw power from that with the right thing. And so that's the introductory podcast is going to be the title of all the series is going to be Mindset is Everything. And maybe the first podcast is going to be the first step to success is to get honest with yourself. So anyhow, I also thought long and hard about what title I was going to use for my coaching program. You know, Mindset Everything could have been fun or just business coaching or whatever, but I decided and felt a lot of names on that. Let's see if I still have some. You know, this was the Mindset is Everything, and here's a title here going, another picture. And this one, here's what I came up with. Your journey to alignment, but I'm going to add right there, your journey to business alignment. 12 coaching lessons for beginner entrepreneurs. 12 coaching lessons for beginner entrepreneurs. Your journey to business alignment. I also showed you this storyboard here. And now it's got 12 lessons. That's what I settled in on. And that's exciting me. 12 lesson titles covers the topics that the program's going to cover, so that the program description is more about the journey my clients will experience during the 12-week program. Of course, they're going to have how to come up with an idea, how to, what business model, all those kind of 12 lessons. But it is a journey to business alignment so that they can be successful. I'm going to talk about that because I'm going to have them get into their head a little bit and feed that right thinking and connect to the aligning of their three minds so their two amigos can go and help them bring ideas and help them through that process as they move forward to getting a business started, coming up with the right idea, and all the way to launch and getting clients or getting customers coming in or going to see them or however, whatever business they're doing. Suffice it to say, these simple yet complex pieces of my coaching income vehicle. Remember, start out as an income vehicle, and then I'm using all four of the ideas that came as one total income vehicle, coaching being one of those. Okay, well, that's left the portal of my mind now. These introductory podcasts, the name of my program, can now come into the world of the physical, and I'm so excited because it feels so real. It feels exactly like who I am. I'm going to show up the person I want to be, and those titles really do help me. Your Journey to Business Alignment, 12 coaching lessons for beginner entrepreneurs, and mindset is everything. So if I remember right, my power statement for today said, I'll look at the other talents that I have that I'm needing to utilize in order to reach my goals, especially my big ones, and I'll give them consideration and balance of my time compared to the other items on my to-do list that require those talents as well, so that I get more done. Instead of just honing in on creative, I have the other things, I have other talents to help get the other things done so that there's a real balance. That was my power statement for today. And so that's what I thought about all day long. I thought about viewing my whole movie, my why movie, and seeing my storyboard movie, and listen to these answers that I just went over. That's what came to me as I thought there. And it was creative, but it's not the design stuff. It's over here on titles and subject matter and content. That was so great. So I got those lists done. I wadded them up. Done. Other than that, I had a really relaxing day as well, non-stressful. Kathy and I read a great article together, and then we sat and talked about it, and we took down some thoughts from each other and let each other express themselves. And yeah, I agree with that. Or, man, what about this thought? It was just a great discussion. And that led to us feeling like we wanted to watch another Jody Moore video together. And there's one of them, her podcast, her videos, it's about happiness. And it was a terrific 35, 40 minutes. And it was a good discussion that came after that. So I was present with Kathleen. We had some great discussion and got some good food in our mental, intellectual mind. And it was fantastic. So let's end my day strong and answer Croy's end of the day questions. The first one is, what didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today, Marty? Did you wake up early and start strong? We sure did. No difference. Sunday could usually be sleeping same time, 6:30 up and going, making bed, cold water on, the whole routine. Started the morning right and started the morning strong and started the morning with power. Win the morning, win the day. Next, were you productive throughout your day? I just went over those things. To me, that was very productive, and I was relaxing to me, so it was a great day. Did you get the most important things done? I sure did. Did you move your goals forward? I really did. Having to take on the fact that I've got 12 lessons to a successful starting a business for small business entrepreneurs who want to grow their business. There's 12 lessons, but it is definitely mindset is everything. So that was goals. I've been moving forward, coming into the world of physical. It's great. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be? Yes, I did. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Well, that's what we mostly spent today, is together, listening and reading and talking. Great day as we're preparing for another rigorous week. Were you present and loving while you were there? She certainly was, and I was back, and so it's a great, great day. In getting honest with myself about my day-to-day, thinking all those questions, what didn't go well, Marty? I would have to say that for a Sunday, I really enjoyed a great day, like I've been saying. In fact, everything went pretty well, except I didn't think far enough ahead at the end of last month. Listen to that. I didn't think far enough ahead at the end of last month so that I didn't have my book already picked out for the first day of the month. Instead, I had to pick it today, 3 or 4 days into it. So Croy asked me to boil down what didn't go well today. Then, so I wrote this down. What was the one thing that you could improve on, Marty? In other words, well, that's something that I reflected on, and that something that I didn't do well, or that I failed to do well today. What was that? I didn't look far enough ahead to see what was coming at me so that I was prepared for it when it arrived. Choosing my book before the month ends, going into the next month what I'm going to read, or whose birthdays are coming up in the next month, or what do we want to have as who do we want to have as a date, and what do we want to do next month on the 14th of February, whatever. Those thinking aheads helps not having a failure that you rushed and forgot, or you can't get it done now. So the failure question for me is, what failure can I turn into a tool of success going forward? The answer is, of course, turn forgetfulness into reminders, so that you have alarms, reminders, and little helps that'll help you plan ahead so that you can get the important things done before they come hitting on you. You can turn this power of forgetfulness into reminders. So let's turn that into a power statement. I will add the task to set reminders on my phone and a reminder on my list of to-dos to think far enough ahead into the days and weeks ahead so that I can list all of those future tasks that require my thoughts and planning so that I don't miss preparing for them. So I'm going to have to put in, what's the book for next month? What dates are you planning to do? Have those kind of things on your list so you remind it, you don't let it pass. Or even on the phone, and you'll look at it, oh, that reminder. Reminders now become a powerful tool of success. So turning that failure into that is a great little tool. I think that's one thing of turning that failure to look ahead into reminding yourself and planning ahead before the next month come can really have not only a big impact on my day right now, but from now on. And it's going to be a big difference in my daily routine and daily commitments going forward. So that was a big one, even though it's a small little failure. The next question is, what was my biggest success today? Well, I feel that recognizing how important it is to look ahead and plan for the future is a big deal. How important it is to look ahead and plan for the future is a big deal. And because I did recognize the need for it, and that idea came as I considered my failure in that, this is my biggest success today. So way to go, Marty. Good thinking. What movies did you watch in your mind today? Did you make time for them, Marty? I certainly did. And I think it's becoming a habit that before I even get too far into my mindfulness, boom, the why movie's kicking in gear. It's almost like getting into a car and your arm swings out and starts at the seatbelt because you've made it a habit. And before you even start fully sitting down, you're grabbing that thing and coming automatically. It's kind of like a reaction type thing. Well, that's what's starting to happen with my why movie and my storybook movies. That's exciting to me. Just thinking about it makes me excited because before long, I'm going to be expanding that why, and it's just a natural thing. And it's going to bring so many things in the world of the physical. What was the one thing I did that made me feel successful? As I reflected on this question, the thought came to me that I'm becoming more balanced in how I manage my day. I'm including a lot of stuff and getting rid of the IEDs, the improvised explosive distractions. I'm getting those done and plowing ahead and making goals on there that are exciting, all that kind of thing. Thinking ahead, planning for that so that I remember. This whole process is helping me become more balanced in how I manage my day. And so I'm seeing many more little things that make me feel happy. I'm becoming less and less of a bull in a china closet. I'm enjoying the journey of far more than I used to, and that makes me feel successful. So how that whole manage of the day and what's happening, all the fun things that happen throughout the day make me feel happy and successful. How do you want to rate your day today, Marty? Well, I gave it a 7 in terms of pieces coming through the portal of my mind, and a 9 for how enjoyable I was able to make today for myself and spending time with my wife. So a 7 and a 9. Croy then asked, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you're still going to feel like a success, what would that one thing be? And put it into a power statement. So for tomorrow's power statement, it's going to be sitting there in the morning ready to read and go ahead. I wrote this. If I only get the headings and titles of each of my 12 lessons in my podcast corrected, and all saying what they're supposed to say for the right and in an order how I want to set them up. If I set those headings and titles correctly on my podcast and my lessons, creatives, and set up it in order of 1 through 12, I'll be ecstatic if I get that one thing done. I have a considerable number of pieces that still need to come through the portal of my mind. Like, all those different pages with different pieces on each one. Get each page done, bam, wadded up, bam, wadded up, bam. I have a lot to do still ahead of me to get them through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical. But I'm confident that as I keep the pace I'm going through now and on the pace that I'm moving through this process, I believe my website will be completed on time and the lessons will be written out and my podcast will get recorded so that I can actually have a program that I can launch by the end of March and get that thing out when people come and click and check out a podcast and watch a portion of a lesson. I will have already had that all done so I can start bringing on clients. That's the whole goal. And hopefully get that ready so that I can launch at the end of March. It's coming at me quick. That's a big goal. Marty, congratulations for how far you've come and what you know and believe in the possibilities to be because of what's happening. You're making it happen. Okay, let's end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the friends I've made at Avalon Care Center. I come away feeling wonderful and feeling loved, and that is fantastic. I feel I have a great purpose there, and I'm helping them, and they're helping me. I'm grateful for Sundays because I can slow down just enough to smell the roses, and the roses are beautiful, if you know what I mean. I'm grateful Kathleen's and my shared goals and dreams are really connecting us, and it's so exciting to see them coming true for us and for her and for me. And that connections is connecting in some of the other areas of our relationship, that the relationship is spiraling positively, growing big, and it's just a wonderful thing to experience it. I'm grateful for the possibilities that I have available to me. They're immense. And I'm grateful I can reach out and grab them and do those, bring those that I want to be in my vision, as it were, those goals and dreams that kind of play a role right in the full wide vision that I have. I'm grateful for those possibilities. I'm grateful for the breath of my life and that breath that I have every day that sustains me moment to moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be a great launch of a very busy week. But until then, I want you to have sweet dreams, and I wish you continued success. Good night.